Chris for Connor?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Okay, so Chris is actually going to hop off screen now so he can drive without distraction, ergo us two. So instead of taking his space on the sofa, it's going to be Connor Cross. So Connor, if you want to come in, and Chris, if you want to go into your concentration corner. Very nice. Very good.
The smoothest of transitions.
Hello, Connor.
As if by magic, hello.
Hello. Would you like to tell us more about the Rocky Coast?
Yes, the Rocky Coast. Oh, do we need to pan?
If we can just dip
away while we do some,
Chris does some,
we do some magic behind the scenes. Sorry, you just saw some behind the scenes magic there. Yeah, so we're gonna be showing off the Rocky Coast to start with. Now that is based on Cabos and Lucas with this glorious rock arch, which I think we can go back to. It looks a lot better than me.
Just any second. There we go.
There it is.
Now, yeah, this is situated on the west coast. It is rocky and it is a coast.
There we go.
So there's lots to see, lots of rocks. We captured this in particular on a tourist boat. Funnily enough, we have photographers actually go round each of these rocks and capture hundreds of photos for photogrammetry.
If Chris looks to the left,
you can actually see some of the. That's the right.
Is that the boat? Is that it there?
Yeah, we have actually put a boat in the game.
In the game that is comparable to the boat that we used to capture the Rocky Coast. So all of this, we've mentioned it a few times, but all this stuff's created with photogrammetry as well. So it's super accurate to real life, which is why it looks so amazing.
Should we take it for a spin, Chris, in your heavily modified Supra?
In its natural environment on the beach.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So how do you actually go about making this area for the game then? What are the fundamental elements of the Rocky Coast?
So if you want to go left here, actually, Chris, we can go past some more rocks up close. So we basically you work out how we want to make it drivable, where we want the car to go, and what's most fun for the player to explore. And then, like we said, we put a load of photographers in a boat. They took loads of photos of rocks, and then the team recreated that as realistically as possible. Yeah. And then that gave us our Rocky Coast. It wasn't as easy as that. There was
Simplified it a bit.
There were some geniuses behind the scenes pulling it all together.
Some of the cool features, which are a little bit further up from the coast over there, are like hotels, golf clubs. It's like a really pristine, beautiful holiday location.
Yeah. And so now we're actually heading into the sand, the sandy desert. There's big, massive sand dunes to go drive around on. It also actually connects, goes straight and dissolves into the ocean, which is really cool.
Okay.
Yeah, if you go, swing a right in here, and we can actually go into some of the sand dunes.
That's stunning.
So we're actually, it's actually an autumn season, which is our stormy season. We're at a nice, foggy, or atmospheric morning. And I think the lighting's quite cool because it kind of helps show off just how soft that sand is.
It does. It looks really, really fine.
You can really go in there and, deform around in it and kick up loads of sand. Probably not the best thing to do in this car, though. We'll stick on the tarmac.
Still have a go, though.
As you call out the tarmac, this is an area of the world where there are just these really long, sweeping roads as well. It's the perfect place when you've got hypercar and you just want to get up to the absolute max on the rev limiter. This is the place to go.
This looks less like a sandy desert. Are we still in it? Is this another feature of a sandy desert?
So
Chris has gone a little bit off the agreed path here. We'll come back to that area in a moment.
We're actually going into a gypsum desert now.
Oh, I see.
It's this really fine mineral that's like diamond white. I think it's carcinogenic, isn't it?
Yeah, probably better not to go there in real life. But in a video game, you are protected from any ill health effects.
All tourism to be done within Forza Horizon 5 then.
Yeah, it looks great in different times of day as well. It just picks up all that different coloured light coming through the sunlight, so you get all those beautiful reds at sunset and blues in the morning.
This just looks like the best place to go racing. Are there any races that are actually found up around here?
Of course, yes, there are.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really awesome off-road trails through here as well, really long point-to-points. And I think Chris is about to show us another cool little racing environment as well. If we hang on.
So left at that tree.
You can kind of already get a sneak peek of it on the mini-map.
If you resist the urge to jump off the edge, we can just go to the very edge and then just peek over at the Baja circuit.
Oh, look at that.
Just look over the edge. And yeah,
that looks fun.
There's some really great routes around that, in and around it as well. That was also actually recreated from photos. Our team actually went and found some satellite data of, recreated the roads and how they look and how the sand actually changes colour, which is
so cool.
Which is really cool as well.
We'll take a closer look at that in a future stream, I think. now we have left the gypsum desert and very much in the living desert.
Yeah.
Here we go. So what's this then? What is the living desert for those people who might not be familiar with that term?
So this is based on the Baja California desert. It's kind of contrary to what most people think of a desert, in that there is sand, but there's an absolute ton of foliage. There's all these lovely, thick mesquite bushes everywhere. There's loads of these yellow and celia bushes.
Rocks.
Chris is lost.
You okay, mate?
Yeah. You're just taken aback by all the cacti. So there's lots of different cacti. We have all these weird alien-type plants called boojum. Those things there that Chris has smashed through.
This was all planned, wasn't it, Chris?
Flawlessly executed.
Yeah. There's all these really cool little settlements as well. They've all got their own little story there as well, and really feel like they're part of the world. Really, really true to sort of Mexican towns and things that we found in the area.
I'm remembering what you said in previous streams as well, and that volcano is just always looming, isn't it?
Yeah. Where Chris just took a little detour, actually, there's a really nice trail that goes up there that is even funner coming down the other side.
Yeah, I bet.
There's all these a fantastic great big rock. There's all these big rock walls here to go jump off and skirt around, but there's all these big rock structures that they're really dominating in the environment as well, that you just suddenly come around the corner and there's this massive thing of geology. I think we're just about to go into another little bit of biome, which is this sort of lava, like an old lava desert that from years ago when the volcano did its thing.
Did that volcano thing.
It did the volcano thing,
And
yes.
now that lava is rocks.
And and that's just another difference to the visual of the environment. And that's full of all these big volcanic rocks that you can skirt in and around, and that's really cool.
Yeah, I think we said it already, but just the pure density of foliage here. There's just so many separate bits that come in here to make this scene just feel so full of life.
And you could see them coming as well when we went through the sand desert and we were coming up to I said lizard desert.
I'm sure lizards live there.
Anyway, the living desert, you could just see it approaching because suddenly it just got thicker with all the foliage going on. Look at that.
So this is actually, Chris, if you stop and we just sort of pan around, you can see all the detail that's gone into the roads of this game.
They say no, keep going.
Hooligan driver tires.
So there's actually a seasonal river here, because this is a riverbed that in autumn floods because it's the stormy season. But all that detail in the road's really cool.
Look at all those cracks.
It also, some areas where it's really sandy, those cracks actually fill up with sand, which is a nice touch. So photo mode's going to be give a lot of options for the photographers out there to get some cool environments. But I think there is a sand road around here that will show off some of the cool new VFX that the team have done. We've really focused on tyre smoke and making sure that all of the dust kick up feels really full and voluminous. It feels like it's lit from loads of different angles now. It's a big entity in the world.
Such a cool detail.
And for the drifters out there, when you're on tarmac, the tyre, I think Chris helped implement the system. The tyres are actually, the tyre smoke is related to heat, based on how hot the tyre would be, kicks off that amount of smoke, just to add another layer of realism in there.
I think Chris going first person now, responding to some requests from chat.
Oh, look at it.
Yeah, and of course that tyre heat as well is affected by seasons.
Exactly.
So in the hotter seasons, your tyres heat up faster, you get more drift kick up. And in a car like this as well, it's just perfect for it.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Well, that was amazing. And those are the biomes we're going to talk about today. But you do have another race to show us like you did last time. You're spoiling us. So what is it we're going to be going and looking at now? Yeah,
so we just dip the feed so Chris can do a little bit of magic. We're going to travel to the beautiful Mexican town of Mulegé, which is based on a real location. And we're going to take part in the Mulegé Town Scramble, which is a dirt circuit that weaves through the town of Mulegé. And it's a really fun, really tight little circuit, loads of height changes. Let's take a look, I guess.
Jump in.
Let's do it. Have we got money that Chris is going to do this better than Andy?
Andy did do it blindfolded.
Well, there you go. The bar is set.
Chris points to the fact there are things obscuring his
Yeah,
view.
Chris has got a camera in front of him.
But only we know that, so no one else does. So you need to
Nice.
prove it to everyone in chat now.
So 2 weeks ago, we looked at the Emerald Circuit, which was an asphalt route, and it was part of the Horizon Apex Festival. We can see there as we go under the race gantry, this is part of the Horizon Wilds Festival, which is a festival that's dedicated to dirt racing, off-road racing, all that like really loose surface racing.
Like fun
which is,
stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's so much fun when you're in an awesome rally car like the Evo here.
Moulahey is in a part of the Living Desert that's really hilly.
I was actually going to ask where this is based and what we're looking at.
So it's actually it's like the southern part of the Living Desert. So the terrain gets more hilly, it's less rocky, and there's actually a big river that connects to the ocean. So there's like a massive oasis at the bottom of it, I guess you could call it that, which is just full of palm trees, and that blends out into that jungle vista you can see there. I think we've got some broken checkpoints there, haven't we? Have you gone through one, Chris?
So Chris, currently in 6th place. I feel like Andy would have done better than this by now. So
I think he would have finished it by now, actually. Both laps.
Moulahey is this really colourful little quaint town. I think we've even hidden a mural in there somewhere.
Okay.
People that want to go find those. And one of the things we really wanted to try and maintain that we saw from the reference was all these cables that kind of hung across the road with all this lovely bunting. So we've gone some good technical lengths with the technical wizards at PG to make sure that we can get that to work.
Yeah, it's a town that you spend a little bit of time here in the early part of the game. It just has so much charm and character. It just feels like real Mexico. Like I don't think it's not necessarily. It is a beautiful place. You could go on holiday there. This is like, I think, where what Mexicans would think of as like the kind of places.
Okay,
they would
authentic.
Yeah.
Every single house has got its own little charm. It's slightly different.
I remember you saying on a previous stream that obviously all the houses are all really colourful because they're intended to be as such. I just think that's such a lovely touch.
There's this amazing orange one here. And there's like a pink one, like just opposite it. That's it's just really pretty.
Yeah, the pink one opposite that the player may get the opportunity to live in at some point.
That could be one of your homes.
Oh.
But we didn't show it, so I guess that remains a mystery for a future show. So, Chris keeps hitting those broken checkpoints.
Broken checkpoints, Chris.
It's a bit where I stop focusing on the stream and just focus on this now.
He's willingly shown a broken bit of the game just to get into first place. Commendable.
That will be remembered.
I know it will also be fixed as well. That is a bug that is already fixed in a newer build than this. All right, so he's only got one corner left. I think he's got enough of a lead now that we can call it done. So well done, Chris.
Well done. You can come back another week, Chris. Great work. Very well done. Very good. That was stunning. I love that you're showing.